I'm Sunny. Welcome to another edition of Ask STARBASE. Today's question is from CJ, and CJ would like to know, how long can a frog survive underwater? We generally know that frogs like water. They spend a great deal of time in and around water sources. But there's no accurate data on how long they can stay underwater. It varies depending on the species, activity levels underwater, and other factors. Observations on common frog species suggest that because they absorb oxygen through their skin when in water or mud, they can survive underwater indefinitely. However, there are lots of variables here. Frogs start their lives as tiny tadpoles. Tadpoles are very different from adult frogs. This is because they're adapted for a fully aquatic life, while adult frogs are adapted for a mostly semi-aquatic life. Tadpoles have external gills like fish to breathe underwater. The gills have thin membranes and a network of blood vessels. These membranes absorb dissolved oxygen from the water and move it into the bloodstream. At the same time, carbon dioxide from the bloodstream passes out through the membranes and into the water. This gaseous exchange allows them to stay underwater almost indefinitely. Now, as the tadpoles age, they lose their gills and develop lungs. So there's actually two ways that frogs can breathe. When underwater, a frog's skin is able to absorb oxygen from the water and from moisture and mud. But above water, their lungs function as human lungs function. In fact, frogs are able to absorb oxygen through their skin from even low oxygenated water because they're able to lower their metabolic rate, reduce movement, and body functions. Where oxygen is too scarce, they will need to surface to absorb more oxygen via their lungs. Cold and heat also play a role in the frog's ability to stay underwater. In warmer temperatures, a frog maintains a higher metabolism. This means there's a greater thirst for oxygen. Colder water reduces the frog's rate of metabolism. This allows for greater retention of oxygen, which can prolong the length of time the frog can remain submerged. So the real answer is it depends on a whole host of factors. It might not be the most exciting answer, but the truth is it's a very difficult thing to know. Even for frogs of the same or similar species, the results could differ slightly. Most frogs can stay underwater for 4 to 7 hours at most, with the exception of when they're hibernating. Hibernating frogs may dwell at the bottom of a body of water or at the top of a muddy floor for months during freezing temperatures because their metabolism slows down during hibernation, allowing them to get by without breathing through their lungs for longer periods. Well, thank you for your question, CJ, and thank you for joining me for this edition of Ask STARBASE. If you have a question you would like to ask, you can email us at ask@starbase-ct.com or go to our website, starbase-ct.com. Bye!